Hello everybody, this is Jeannie T with It's All About Yarn, Knit and Crochet. Today I like to show you how to make this block. Now it's a 7-inch block. I never, blocked it or anything. It's very pretty. And all I used was worsted weight yarn. I had this pound of Red Heart. This is left over quite a bit. I don't have any more of this cream color. This was Millen's. And the lavender, this is all I have left. And I think it's from Karen. And this was a big 1-pounder. It wasn't Red Heart. It feels like Red Heart. Could be a Mainstays or something, I'm not sure, but it's worsted weight. I have this yellow. I don't think I have enough though, because this is yarn eating. I'll probably have to use the white, and I have a teal and a green. So in this I had used 5 colors. The center and the outside I've done the same color. Anyways, I also used a 5mm or H size hook and a pair of snips. So let's get started. First of all, we're going to start by making the center and going to make a magic loop. So I just give the yarn a twist, and then I take the tail end and I pull a loop through the loop with the tail piece. So as you can see, if you pull the tail, it will adjust the size. And then I'm going to keep the tail piece on the top of the loop so that all our crocheting is going to crochet it right on the inside. So to start off, I'm going to do a chain of 3, which is going to equal our first double crochet. There's mosquitoes in here tonight. I hope they don't come after me. I see one. He's right there. He's being quiet. Okay, so chain of 3 equals our first double crochet, and what we need to do, we are going to make clusters with 2 double crochets into each cluster, and we need 8 of them. So I'm going to count the first chain as a double crochet, and then I'm going to make a second double crochet and then pull through them both. And that's going to equal our first cluster. Now we need 7 more. Pull through 2 loops and leave the remainder on the hook, and then go and make a second double crochet and just pull through 2 loops and leave that on the hook, and then pull through them all. And that's how you make a double crochet cluster with 2 of them in it. So we'll count that as another cluster. And then we need 6 more of them. Pull through 2, make another double, just pull through 2, and then pull through them all. And make another cluster, pull through the first 2, make another double, just pull through the first 2 only, and then pull through all of them. So we need 8 of them. I had lost count already from chatting. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 more. Seven. This one is 8. And just slip stitch it together. And then tighten your magic loop. This yarn is very strong, so I can pull good, but if you're using wool, you need to be careful that it's not a soft wool that will snap off. Okay, so now I'm going to change color. I know I don't have enough in the soft yellow that I have, so I'm going to just use white. And I'm going to start it off by making a slip knot. And where I don't want this to show up in the next row, I'm just going to back out that 1 stitch. And I'm going to rejoin it, but I'm going to grab hold of the white and pull the new color through. Just like that. And then take both strands of the new color and just pull it through the loop once, and then put the tail down. I'm going to have a little speck there, but it's going to be a lot less than if I left the old color on. All this would have been showing. So to continue, we are going to make a single crochet through the back posts around 1 full cluster. And there's our first single crochet around our first cluster. And then we are going to make a chain of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we are going to do another back post, single crochet around the next cluster. We have 8 clusters. Therefore, we are going to have 8 loops. So chain 7. And then a single crochet back post around the next cluster. There's a single crochet, chain 7. I apologize if you couldn't see earlier for a moment. I'm watching my work and didn't notice if it was in the camera. So we're going to do this all the way around. So back post a single crochet around the next cluster. Chain 7. Back post single crochet around the next cluster. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's a cluster for 6 and there's a cluster for 7. It almost looks like a daisy. Oh, we need 8. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 6. Chain of 7. Single crochet into the next cluster. So that's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one more here will be 8. And then we will just slip stitch down at the bottom of this chain. That's pretty. Okay. So now to make our petals, we will single crochet 1, make 2 double crochets, two tribbles. Now if you don't know what a tribble is, when you make a double crochet, you pull through 2 and you pull through 2 more. When you make a triple crochet, you wrap the yarn around the hook 2 times, go through the loop, pull up the yarn, and then you pull through 2 loops once, pull through 2 loops twice, pull through 2 loops 3 times. So it's like a triple. And treble sounds like triple. So 2 trebles. Then we're going to go back to doubles. We need 2 doubles. And then a single. And then into the next one, we need a single, 2 doubles, two tribbles, when I was young, I used to think the name was triples. I thought they were triples. And then 2 doubles, and then a single. The next one, make a single, 2 doubles, a treble, another treble, so we have 2 trebles, a double, 2 doubles, and back to a single. And the next one, we'll start with the single, 2 doubles, a treble, and another treble, a double, 2 doubles, and a single. So go ahead and do all the petals the same way. See, they start to fill in and they get crunched back up. So go ahead and finish that up, and I will meet you at the end. I got sidetracked and almost forgot to do my last petal on screen. So there's the last 2 doubles and the last single, and then just slip stitch it down at the bottom of your petal. There you have part of your block, your flower. It is pretty. So now we are going to change color. Okay, I left my teal attached, so I guess I'm going to use that one next. Again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pull that one stitch out and connect it with using the teal. To hide the color. So that one, no, it's that one, okay. And chain 1 just to secure it. Okay, now I'm going to, I'm going to make a triple crochet, but I'm going to chain 4, and that's going to be our first treble. Okay, and then I'm going to chain 3, and at the top of the petal where the 2 trebles are, do a single crochet at the top of each one. So there's 1, there's 2, chain 3. Now we're going to make a treble that goes all the way down to the chain space down in the row before. Pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And chain 3. And then on your next petal, above the 2 trebles, make a single crochet into each one. and then chain 3 and make another treble that connects all the way down to where you were making the chains, pardon me. Chain 3 again, single crochet at the top of the 2 trebles, chain 3, make a treble all the way down to the row before this last one, chain 3, single crochet at the top of the 2 trebles. I lost my train of thought because I was having an awful time last night with the skunks in the yard, and today with black wasp. And we've never had these big black ones before, but they are invading my hummingbird feeder, and they're chasing the hummingbirds, they're chasing the chickadees, they're chasing the pigeons, and they're even chasing me. I can't sit outside and do my knitting, even at the other end of the yard. They even chased me and hit my screen door. So they're quite bad. And so I think I might have to put away the hummingbird feeder if I want them to go away. But you should have seen all the cute hummingbirds coming along before they invaded. So go ahead and work right to the end, and I will meet you back. Okay, so I made it back to the end. So I did my 2 single crochets at the top of the trebles. I chained 3, and here at the beginning, let's see, 1, 2, 3 from the end in the chain, just slip stitch it like so. So now I'm going to change color to my snips. I'm going to use purple. And I'm going to back this out. Whoops, I lost one. Got to put it back. Chain 1 to secure it, and then put the tail down. There, now we are ready to do our next round. I need a tea, I'll be right back. There, welcome back. So now I'm going to make a bead. Well, I already did a chain of 1 and chain 2 more for a chain of 3. That's going to equal our first double crochet. And I'm going to do, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and take your hook out, put it into the chain, grab the loop, and just pull it through like that. There's a bead. And it's on top of the treble crochet, so it looks like a little flower. And then we're going to chain 3. And at the top here, we're going to do a single crochet in between these 2 single crochets. 2 of them. And then chain 3. We're going to make another bead at the top of the next treble. So it's 4 double crochets. Take your hook out, put it in the top of the first double crochet and put your hook back through the loop and pull it through. There you have it. And then chain 3 and put 2 single crochets in between the other single crochets of the previous row. Chain 3, 4 double crochets at the top of the treble to make another bead. Take your hook out, go at the beginning at the top of the first one, pull it through, tighten it, make sure you tighten it and your bead will pop out. And then chain 3, and put 2 single crochets in the middle of the other single crochets. Oops, singles. And chain 3. And we're going to make another bead at the top of the treble. I like this ball of yarn. I wound it by hand, but I made a center pull. And it's nice and cushy, so my yarn's not stretched. That was before I got my winder. I didn't really mind winding them by hand like that. But with the winder I can pile them. And they come out all the same size and they don't roll all over the floor. And chain 3. Make sure you always snug this tight when you join them. So go ahead and do that all the way around, and I will meet you back at the end. So here we are coming close to the end. My 2 double crochets in that last space. 1, 2, chain 3, and join it at the top of this bead. Just slip stitch it. So now I'm going to switch this back to white. So I'm going to cut my yarn. And this last stitch, I'm just going to back it out so that I can change the color. So I'm going to put that back through there, but I'm going to grab white, pull the white through, and just pull that chain one just to secure it, and then put the tail down. So to begin, I'm going to do a double crochet around the top of this cluster. Now that's where we joint this yarn, so that's why it looked like it had extra loops on it, but one piece was actually from the tail. And then I'm going to do a double, and then I'm going to do a drop double, like that. I'm going to drop it a row down and grab the chain from down below, and then I'm going to do another double into the top chain again, and then I'm going to do a double in between these two singles, like that. And then I'm going to do a double in the chain, and then I'm going to do a drop double, and then the next double I'm going to do a back post, like I would have went here to do a double, but I'm going to do a back post right around. And then I'm going to do a double, a drop double, then another double. Oops. I'll be right back. That looks pretty. Yes, I have company in the backyard again, Pepe Le Pew. I made sure I closed my doors and windows tonight so I can at least move around and not worry about making noises. Okay, so now into our next two singles, we're going to make a corner. So double crochet 2, chain 2, double crochet 2, and there we have a corner. So that's our corner. We have a bead here, and in the other single crochets we didn't make a corner because altogether we have 8 of them, so we just made it straight. So every other 2 single crochets will make it a corner. So then there's another bead, and then the other 2 singles are down here, and that will be our other corner. Okay, so to continue, we will do 1 double crochet at the top of the chain, and then a drop double crochet down to the chain below. Make sure you leave it slack to come back up. And then here we have our bead, so we're going to go around it. then we'll do our drop, and then we'll do our regular double crochet. And then here's the 2 single ones, and over here we only put in 1 in between. And then we'll do a regular, and then a drop one down below the chain below it, and here's another bead, so we're just gonna back post around it with a double around the top. And then we'll do a drop on the other side of it, and then a regular, you see the pattern, and then in between the 2 singles we'll do 1 double, oh, corner. We're on to the corner already, because we did, here's the other single and it just went straight, and then the one before it was a corner. And then chain 2 and 2 double crochets to round the corner. See it squaring. Just have a tiny little belly yet. So we'll try to work that out with our next row. Isn't that pretty? Then we'll do a regular double crochet and then a drop one. And then the regular crochet back post around the bead, around the top of it. And then to the other side, we'll do a drop, and then a regular. And now we are at the 2 singles. We'll put 1 double in between the 2 singles, and then a regular double crochet, and then a drop double crochet down below the next chain. And then we're going to make another double crochet, but it's going to be back post around the top of this bead. And then on the other side of the bead we'll drop double crochet, and then do a regular double crochet. So if you look, here's the corner with these 2 single crochets, and then the next 2 single crochets we made it straight. So now here's the next 2 single crochets. It has to be a corner. So in there we will do 2 double crochets, 2 chains, and 2 double crochets. To make the corner. So go ahead and finish doing that all the way around, and I will meet you back at the end. Okay, so here we are back to the last corner. So I'm going to do 2 double crochets, chain 2, 2 double crochets. And then a regular double crochet, a drop double crochet all the way down to the chain below, and we already did a back post double crochet here, so all we need to do now is join it at the top. Just slip stitch it in. So it's becoming square. Now I'm going to cut that color off. And let's see. I think I'll put in a green. So I'm just going to back this out, put the hook back in. I'm so sorry about the lighting. It's nighttime. It's much better in the daytime. I'm going to pull the new color through. I'm just going to chain 1 to secure it and then put the tail down. Now this one I'm just going to, okay, I'll chain 1 more. I'm going to single crochet all the way around, just to add in a little bit of green color for flowers. It also helps to stiffen the sides nice and straight. And then when we come to the corner, I'm going to single crochet 2, chain 1, and single crochet 2. And then keep single crocheting on top of every stitch all the way around. So if you want to keep doing that to the very end, and I will meet you there. So here we are back around to the end, and we will slip stitch, and snip our yarn. Grab our new color. Back this out. Attach our new colorway. both ends and then put the tail down. Now I'm going to double crochet all the way around and make corners as well. Actually, to make it a little fancier on this one, I'm going to double crochet in the back post or back loop only.